Here we are on day 6. Yay! So welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Galenda with the farming gene. Yesterday I had trouble with my doe producing milk, and so I gave her kisanda, also called euphorbia heteropylla, to try stimulate milk production in her. Today I'm going to be telling you and showing you the results. So I recorded the whole breastfeeding session, and it took me about a little over 10 minutes, and this has been I think it's been quite long, and during this whole time all the bunnies were actually breastfeeding. So I noticed that they were very hungry. They literally jumped at the breasts and they kept moving up and down. It's quite normal for the bunnies to move up and down, like hang at awkward angles, be perpendicular to the mother, like they do some bit of gymnastics while they are breastfeeding, and that's this natural process. There is nothing wrong with that. And then I also noticed that they keep moving from one breast to the other. There is also nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it could be an indicator that breast does not have milk, but sometimes it's just changing scenery, because when another bunny comes to that particular breast, it actually breastfeeds. So it's a nice experience watching them. I also noticed that they took quite long, but at the end of it all, they came out very satisfied, and then they did not have breaks as always. Usually what happens is, while the others are breastfeeding, like one or two would take a rest and then get back to it, but this time round they just kept breastfeeding the whole process. I suspect that this could have been because they were quite hungry, as not very satisfied with their breastfeeding yesterday because the mother was having milk secretion issues. And so I say, and definitely would recommend using this plant. If you're able to grow it, please do. If you have it in your surrounding, please get it, because definitely did a good job. And also I noticed that the mom was quite calm during this breastfeeding session. She did not have any movements. It's usually painful for her when there is no milk in the breast, and then the rabbit keeps suckling at it. Sometimes it bites. So I enjoyed this particular session. I was quite happy for the bunnies as well as for my doe, because she was very comfortable and calm, and they were also very happy, and I liked to see their changes. Yeah, I noticed as I got them out of their box this morning that there were some watermark patches on the cloth that lines their bedding, and I suspect that is urine. So this is the very first day I have noticed that my rabbits are actually peeing. I'm very glad they're urinating. I've not seen any poop, so they have not yet started defecating, but I've seen the urine. Please let me know at what age or at what day do the rabbits begin to pee, because I'm not so sure about that. I've tried to research, but there is no substantial answer. But yes, I noticed on day 6. Do let me know in the comment section what you think, what day they begin to pee. So this day 6 is when I noticed that they have begun to urinate, and as you can see, they have grown. I've also noticed that some of the bunnies are actually long. I have 2 that look alike, and then 3 that look alike. The 2 which look alike kind of look like the mother. They have gray brownish ears. And then the other 3 which look alike are black and white. So I noticed that the ones which are black and white are actually longer and a bit bigger than these ones which are gray. I don't know why, and yet all of them are locals. Well, here we use the eyes to define which one is indigenous and which one is not, because most of the indigenous, actually all, have black eyes. So I wanted to share with you some of the changes that I have noticed over the last couple of days. The first one being that their fur has grown much longer. I am now able to pass my fingers through, and I literally feel the fur much longer now, because before it would just be on the body, but right now it's a bit much longer. The other thing I've noticed is that the ears have separated. When the bunnies are born, their ears are together, they're close to each other, and they're very flat parts to the body, but right now they have lifted away from the body and they are separated totally. And this happens in about 2 days, because some of them had their ears closed yesterday, but today they are now apart. So that is a change that I've also noticed with them. The other thing that I've noticed with bunnies is that they're usually together. They like to cuddle, and sometimes they sleep on each other, walk over each other, but they keep each other to probably maintain warmth, but also for security, and I really like that. It's safe for them to always be together. I noticed that once in a while their mother always sniffs them and cleans them. Probably it's a way to identify that these are my kids, but I really like that. It's like she's tending to them in her own way. So that is something I have noticed these couple of days, and so I'll be sharing in anything that I notice along the way, so that your experience and journey is actually made smoother. So after some time, the bunnies are now satisfied, and as always, I use my two major signs. Is one, they are always having the fully distended abdomens. You can see that all their abdomens are very big. They are so satisfied. Right now their skin is so thick that you cannot see the milk, but at least you can see that the abdomen is very distended. Then secondly, they usually sleep off. So I leave them to lay here for a while for two reasons. One is to give chance to those that would like to continue breastfeeding to have the opportunity to do so, and then the second one is to let them rest before I move them. I noticed in the last 2 days that when I move them immediately, some of them tend to throw up, and so I'm just giving it a try. I let them sleep here, but then also I want to improve the technique on how I move them from the breastfeeding sessions back to their box, so that they can sleep comfortably without any disturbance. Then I separate them at the end of it all. When I remove the bunnies, I separate the mother from the kids so that she can feed and rejuvenate her body. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this kind of content, please do subscribe and turn on the notification bell, and also share with someone so that we can reach more people with this information. See you in the next video, and thank you for watching once again. Bye bye.